Hi, no mates here again. Now today, and I've got a number of jobs going on in the workshop here. Today I'm going to begin to fit a secondary fuel filter that I just got from Diesel Care. This is the box that it came in, Diesel Care box, and these are the instructions on how to fit it. So I've got a Nissan Pathfinder. This is the D40, but mine's got a DPF, so it's very important that you, if you're going to fit one of these, because it makes a difference if you've got a DPF or not. And mine is auto. So mine is a 2008 Nissan Pathfinder. So this is all the instructions for it. I've got to move the DPF sensor out of the way before I fit it to the, I thought it was going to be to the firewall, but it's not. It's actually to the mudguard bracket on the passenger side. Now I am here in Australia. So mine is a 2.5 litre turbo diesel, the YDD engine, and this is a secondary fuel filter. Now, you could ask, why do you need one? Well, a number of reasons, and I do go away now and again with my four-wheel drive, and I use predominantly jerry cans when I'm away. So I'm always fearful that there's going to be a lot of maybe dirt or moisture coming out of the jerrys. So I just want to catch all that. Another reason is that the diesel is full of sulfur and it can destroy your injectors. So it's probably a little bit of engine protectors, particularly the injectors in my engine. So I really kind of want to protect that, because the injectors are not cheap. You know, they're quite expensive piece of equipment, and I've got 4 of them. So let's say that this bracket, this kit comes with the full fitting bracket, gives you everything that you need to do it, but there's just a little bit of mucking about because you're going to move something first onto another bracket which fits to the existing bracket. I'll explain all that when I come out and I'll show you. But like I say, I've got a number of jobs happening in the workshop today, so there might be 2 or 3 videos happening at one time. Let's go. So here we are, as we can see, under the car. So this is the passenger side of this Nissan Pathfinder 2008 YDD 2.5 litre engine. So in the kit, and like I say, you get very comprehensive instructions for this. You get the Diesel Care instructions. You get this bracket. Now this bracket fits down there, and you've got to remove these 2 bolts here, which is the DPF sensors, and that then fits onto this bracket, which fits to that bracket, right? But I've got to do some ever so slight modifications here. It's really glary in the sun, so I'll move it out of the way. I've got another catch can fitted here, as you can see, and I put on a bracket here because I was going to fit some diff breathers. So I'm going to have to take this bracket off and probably modify it so it's actually hanging on the back of this, I would have thought. So I'm going to do that when I'm here. But there's pretty much 3 bolts. There's a bolt right down the bottom here, so maybe I could get a longer extension, plus these 2 at the back of this DPF mounting bracket for the sensors. So I'm going to remove that and then slip this bracket down there like that. Look at that, that's beautiful, isn't it? No, tell a lie, it'll be like that. So it'll be like that, right down inside there, and those bolts there that I've taken out for here will go in there. So it's a bit dark actually. I'll put the light on to hopefully get down there, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing. But it comes with the mounting kit. It comes with all the bolts, everything that you need, hose clamps, you name it, it comes with it. Cable tie, because you've got to run the hoses along the back of the firewall. Like I say, I thought this would hamper me. I've actually taken this out slightly because I'm going to have to remove this bracket first, and I'll have a play around with this. So anyway, because I've had to put in a plate to mount this, and I thought this was going to hamper it, but it actually hasn't. So let's go and remove this, fit that bracket in, move that bolt actually, take these two bolts out, fit that bracket in there. I maybe won't put it in, I'll just set it in, because I'm worried about this, those hoses being long enough. But in the instructions it does say to bend pipe. Now I'm wondering if it's that pipe down there that just needs a bend. Yeah, that could be a bit awkward, but anyway, let's get on and do that. So, back in the workshop. I don't know how long that took me by going by the instructions, and I'll show you what I made. It must have taken me 3 hours to fit a bracket, a couple of brackets, and move the PDF mounting sensor. It says on the instructions in the second paragraph of section 1, mount the large bracket to the mudguard, see reference 3, mount the pressure sensor to the additional bracket, see reference 4, and you will have to unclip, here we go, we'll have to unclip the steel lines from the factory retraining brackets, yes I did, and slightly bend these steel pipes, these lines up. I'm going to read that again. Slightly bend these steel lines up. Boy, that in itself was a major undertaking, because you've got to hold the pipe as you bend it, because you can't bend it against like nothing. You've got to hold it. But boy, see, trying to get anything down there and in. Now it's very comprehensive here, hopefully you can see it here, that what they're actually giving you. All of these things here, this is all what they're giving you. You know what I think they should put in here? They should put in 2 90mm rubber bends, rubber elbows, plus then a clamp to put on the existing hose on that one that they supply. I mean, for the sake of, I mean, they're fantastic brass fittings and all the bits and bobs that they've got, you know, fantastic. They've got all the everything that you need. Thread locker, I mean, I've got my own thread locker, everything they need, but that in itself is an absolute complete nightmare. But anyway, let us get on. The instructions here, very comprehensive, very good, very, very good. Right, and it's telling you to blank off 1 and 2, and put these hose clips on 1 and 2 end, and blank off 3 and 4. So that's what I'm going to do now, because that's the way it's going to be sitting. The firewall is here, and the edges of my mudguard is here. Okay, hopefully you can see that. So the mudguard's here and the firewall's here. So I'm going to take these out, and I'm going to put these in there. And then, obviously I'm going to put thread locker on them, and then I'm going to put thread locker on these and put these in there, ready for my hoses to go on. Now, I've taken this off already, making sure that everything's okay there. Taking this off, making sure everything's all okay there as well. So we're just about ready to rock and roll. We'll do that and then we'll get back to you. So, I've got these in. Probably have used slightly too much thread locker, which is a little bit of a habit of mine. You probably could use too much, and I think I always do. So I'm just going to rub off the excess, but that's where we're at. So as the instructions say, 3 and 4 blank, and don't overdo it. Don't overdo them. I've got my 9/16, that's what size that is. Don't overdo them. I'm not going to do them up now because the thread locker's kicked in. you know, although this is metal, you know, you don't want to be overdoing it, because, you know, I mean, obviously the thing is under pressure, but that is the next stage. So we'll go and we'll get the hose. In fact, back to the instructions. See, the instruction says that this is in the flow of fuel from the standard factory fitted fuel flow. So that's what it comes to there. Then it goes into the system here, and then it'll come back out to the fuel pump, right? So I've got to work out what one on my car is the fuel pump, and put this back to the fuel pump. Then I've got to prime it. So that's the next stage. So that is the finished article. Very compact up here, but nice and easy. But in effect, what I've done, sorry for the wobbling about, in effect what I've done is I've replaced, I think it's that hose there. Is it up? Yeah, no, I think it goes that way. So that's the hose I've actually replaced. So I've just taken that out and put the flow to the flow, and the return, that return there, goes back to the fuel pump, which is this one down here. So in effect what I've done is I've spliced in between and just put that in there, if you understand what I mean. Taking out that hose that I showed you, so that goes to the flow, and this one goes from out of the filter there, back to here. And then I've just, you know, tidied those hoses along the back of the firewall. Should probably cut that one there before I finish. And then I'll get my engine cover on, and that's it in there. Like I said earlier, I thought this oil catch can was going to be a bit of a problem, because I already had this mounting bracket in there for this, but that's it in. Now to change this, I'm going to have to unbolt this, probably snip a couple of cable ties and lift it out of there to get this off, because there's no way in the world that you're going to get that filter off without this being out of there. Now I can't remember exactly how long this fuel filter actually lasts, but I think it's like 2 of them. I mean, this car's done 184,000 kilometers, so like I say, but I've got another story to tell about the engine, because I had to get this engine rebuilt because of a timing chain snap on, you know, which I think these engines are renowned for. But that's another story for another day. But that's it in there. So I'll just put my engine cover back in. The hardest bit about this was putting the cable ties on, and of course, as I mentioned, down here, rerouting that hose that came off there and trying to bend the metal. That is something I think that Diesel Care should probably look at, particularly for this car. That was an absolute complete nightmare, and I'm just not 100% convinced that I've actually treated the problem, you know, because this was actually quite hard to go in there. I had to kind of like push it across. This bracket has curtailed my hoses from going through there, but you know what, there's not one bit of rattle on that at all, not one bit. There's a little tiny bit on that, but that's why I put in that size of plate. But this here, I mean, obviously it's stainless, not going to rust, bolts, everything's tight, but to bleed it, I should really tell you what I did. Before you start the car, I got my wife to unscrew this bleeder under this, just on the end here with the screwdriver. I pointed the screwdriver through here and just turned that, slackened that off, and then the bulb underneath here, I just squeeze until the fuel filled all the hoses. Now it did take a while. There was a huge bit of fuel come out of there when it like finished, so I tightened that and I kept squeezing until it went really hard, and then started the car up, and I'll tell you, it started first time, not a problem at all. But as I said earlier, this car's got DPF, and that's how you tell that it's got a DPF. I mean, obviously you can look underneath it and tell you, but that's the thing for the DPF, not there. But anyway, that is a secondary fuel filter fitted to a D40 engine, but this is a Nissan Pathfinder R51. Okay, any comments? Put a comment, like it if you like it. I don't think there's much else I can tell you. Very easy, very compact, you know, hidden away there, beautiful. Might do a review when I've got to change the filter. That'll be later on. Okay, bye for now.